All right, now let's take a look at this example here. And so what I want to do is, okay, so before we do this, remember, we did sort of the same thing with functions. We started with sets of ordered pairs. And with a function, right, or a relation, we were looking for, to identify a function, what were we doing? We were looking at the domain and seeing if if we could find the same x value being mapped to two different y values, right? So remember, the definition of a well-defined function is that for every value, right, in the domain, there is exactly one value in the range that it maps to. So we don't want to see the same x value being mapped to two different y values in the range, right? So similarly with deciding whether a function is one-to-one, so now we know we have these well-defined functions, let's say, and we want to identify if the function is one-to-one. So what we're looking for is we want to make sure that for each value in the range, there is exactly one value in the domain, right, that maps to it. Okay, so where with functions, we were okay with having many values in the domain be mapped to one value in the range. That's okay if you're just looking at functions. What we don't want is to have one being mapped to many, right? So, but if it's a one-to-one function, we don't want to see many values from the domain be mapped to one value in the range, right? It's okay for a function, but if it's a one-to-one function, we don't want to see that. So in this case, what we're looking for is we're looking to see if we have different values of x, right? So if we're looking at ordered pairs again, what we're looking for are different values of x that are mapped to the same value in y. So in this case here, all we have to do is look to see, to make sure that all of the y values are different. Now, if you look at this case here, you see that we have this one and this point, right? So we have this ordered pair and this ordered pair. Notice that 1 and -2 are both being mapped to 4. So this is not one-to-one, right? So this one would be not one-to-one. Now, what about G? Okay, again, we're going to look for what? We're going to look for two values of x that get mapped to the same value of y. And so we can see, in this case here, we don't have the same x value anywhere. So there's no way, right, that we could have the same x value going to two different y values in this case. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, two different x values going to the same y value in this case. So this would be a one-to-one function. So this is one-to-one. And that's it. So again, all we're looking for one-to-one functions, we're making sure that for each value in the range, there is exactly one value in the domain. Okay? That's it.